Hi, what is up my fellow fitness freaks, and welcome to a new video, flexibility for the inflexible. We're starting standing with a quick warm-up, because when we stretch we want to be warmed up. So stepping from side to side, because it's important to have warm muscles in order to stretch right. You could also just take a hot bath or something, but you want to loosen up your muscles a bit. So yeah, when you stretch, your warm-up is very, very important. We start standing, and then we're going to grab our mat. My mat's over there underneath my backpack, because it's not really windy, but it's kind of windy at times, and then the mat's flying away. And since I don't need it right now, I just put it over there, and then I grab it once we're coming onto the floor. So keep stepping from side to side, and warming up those muscles. Now leg curls, curl your legs. This is like my standard warm-up. If you've done some of my other workouts, you know I do that a lot. And curl, curl, curl. Next thing is coming up is lift your knees. And lift, 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 lift. And if the warm-up we're doing here isn't long enough for you, you can always do one of my warm-up videos. I have a playlist. It's 3 videos, one with jumping, one without, and one on the mat. So there's at the moment 3 to choose from, and there'll be more. Okay, now come to a stop. Have your hips your feet about hips width apart, and let's do some squats. Squats are pretty good to get that blood flowing. We could also do some jumping jacks, but yeah, I didn't feel like jumping today. So let's do some squats. Squat and squat and squat. And let's go back to stepping from side to side. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and leg curls. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift your knees. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 10 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I hope you're warmed up. If you're not warmed up, do a few more jumping jacks or dance to your favorite song, and then come back and let's start with the stretches. We're starting with some kind of runner stretch. So bring one leg in front, the other one to the back, and then bend that front knee, and try to push that back heel onto the floor. So I mean, if you cannot, you can be up here, but I rather want you to come closer in, farther in, and have the back heel on the floor, back knee straight, front knee is bent. And try, if you can, get it farther apart, and maybe a bit farther. Okay, and now lift off the heel and back onto the floor. Lift it off and back to the floor. These kind of dynamic stretches are also very important to get more flexible. We don't want to just hold a pose and hold it forever. Dynamic stretches are a really good way to improve quickly. Okay, now straighten that front knee and lean forward with a straight back. You probably have to stay up here if you're actually super inflexible. Maybe unflexible, maybe you can come farther down, and you will feel a stretch in your hamstring, but if you feel the stretch here already, or if you cannot go down with a straight back, stay up here. I want you to maintain that straight back. And stay here for a moment. And back up to the other side. So now this knee is bent, the other one straight. Have your feet not that far apart for the beginning. Feel it, make sure your back heel is on the floor. And now open up your legs a bit farther, and if it's still working, a bit farther even. And yeah, now stay here for a moment. And yeah, if you have to hold on to something, because you can't balance, you can grab a chair or hold onto a wall, or yeah, whatever there is. Now lift the heel off and back into the floor. Off and back into the floor. I think it's kind of weird to do those stretches with my shoes on, because I usually do it without shoes at home, but yeah, it's still kind of cold, so I'm not going to take off my shoes right away. I'm going to take them off when we're on the mat. And up. And up. Okay, now straighten the front knee and lean forward with the straight back. And if you have to be here, you have to be here. If you can go farther down, go farther down. It's totally up to you. I just want you to maintain that straight back. That's the important thing here. Okay, and come back up. Let's take a deep breath. Exhale. And again a deep breath. And exhale. And now I want you to roll down. You don't have to have a straight back here. I'll show you from the side. You can have it round and then just like kind of a forward fold and hang here. Move from side to side. And if you're up here, you're up here. That's totally fine. Yeah, if you're inflexible, you're probably up here. If you do those stretches on a regular basis, you'll get lower down. Just hang here for a moment. Hang here. Now you can open up your legs a bit, shuffle them out, and see if you can go lower down and swing from side to side. And again, these are those dynamic stretches I was talking about. And they're pretty good to improve quickly with your flexibility. Okay, now come up. You can like bend your knees and push up. Push yourself up with your arms if it's easier. And now, let's cross one leg over the other like that. And then go back down. Oh, there's the cat again. I saw it. I saw her, him, I don't know, before. And come down. And if you're up here and you can like have your hands on your thigh for support. Or you can try to slide farther down and maybe even touch the ground. But that's probably a thing that you do where you're more flexible. If you're really unflexible, you're probably up here, but yeah. Actually, it's easier to go farther down with your legs crossed. So maybe even if you're unflexible, you get lower down. And stay here for a little moment. And come back up. And let's switch. And again, on your knee maybe. And if you can, slide farther down, and even touch the ground. And stay here for a little moment. Okay, now come back up. Open your legs a bit, like farther than hips width apart. Your toes slightly pointed out. Come down, like into like kind of a sumo squat, I think, position. Make sure you have a straight back. You have your knees at your thighs. like that. It looks like that from the side. Maybe you're up here. Try to maintain a straight back. And then you push one shoulder in and feel a nice stretch in your back. Oh, I think I felt some raindrops. I hope it won't start to rain. And onto the other side. Oh no, it's raining. Fuck. Sorry for that. And come back up. And yeah, now let's grab our mat and we get onto the mat. So now that we're on the mat, come into tail tap position, and now bring one leg to the front, next to your hands, and lift the other leg off the floor, the other knee, so that it's a deep lunge. And you can like kind of rock up and down to intensify the stretch. And now turn up and circle your wrist to one side and then to the other side. And back down. Now bring your rear knee to the floor and try to bring your hands onto the front knee and rock a bit back and forth again to feel a nice stretch here in your quads, in your hip flexors. You might wobble a bit, but that's totally fine. Okay, come back down, bring that leg back, and bring the other one to the front. Lift the back knee off the floor, and then kind of rock up and down to intensify the stretch. And it's okay if you're maybe up here with your back in the beginning. If you can like have it totally straight, that's normal in the beginning. Flexibility is all about patience. Now bring that rear knee onto the floor and put your hands on the knee, on the thigh of the front leg. And feel the nice stretch here in the other side, in your quads, in your hip flexors. And just like I just said, flexibility is all about patience, and if you want to get more flexible, you just have to do it every day or every other day and just stick to it, and you'll notice that you get better soon. Okay, and come back down. Now let's sit in a butterfly pose. So I'm going to take my shoes off now. You can keep yours on if you want to. Oops, you don't have to though. I like stretching better without my shoes on. Bring them together in like a butterfly pose like this. Then grab your feet and then press your legs out. And you're probably up here if you're unflexible. Over the time, if you do that regularly, you get more flexible, and then your legs will come down and maybe be this far out at some point, and then you don't have to like press them out with your elbows anymore like this. Then you can just like press them down like this. So maybe you're already here. Some people, they have like very flexible hips right away. Or maybe you're already flexible and you just do this workout on your rest day. Or you just do the video because you like my videos and want to support me. There's many reasons for you to do this video. So, stay in that butterfly pose. And we're trying to like maintain a straight back. We don't want to like crouch up here. We want to maintain a more or less straight back, more or less I say, because it's a beginner video and I know it's hard sometimes to maintain the right form. And it's totally okay like to drift a bit, to do things like not totally perfect, but try to do them right from the beginning, because if you don't do them right, you'll not advance in the end. Okay, it's important to do the basics right. So now bring one hand behind you and press that knee down with the opposite hand and press it down. And if you're up here, that's fine. You are wherever you are. Oh, wise. Yeah? Isn't that wise? You are wherever you are. And let's change sides. Again, you're probably up here. Or maybe you're advanced and you're down there. Okay. Now, let's sit down like in kind of a pike position, I think it is. Your legs straight, your back straight. That's the important thing here. We don't want to sit like this. No, we want to have back, straight back. If you cannot have a straight back, maybe you have to even like be back here. If you're here in the beginning, then you're here in the beginning. Or you could put a cushion underneath your booty. And if you do that, then you're higher up and then it's easier to have straight legs. So maybe you have to put a cushion here. Maybe you have to like be back here, or maybe you can maintain a straight back like that. And then we're just like trying to touch our toes. And if we don't touch them, that's totally fine. You can just like touch your knees instead. But we want to make sure we don't have our shoulders up here and you maintain a straight back, as straight as possible. And again, you see it's a dynamic stretch. We're going back and forth, back and forth. And although it just might be a small movement, it's something. And if you do this on a regular basis, eventually you get lower down with the straight back. It's still kind of raining, like not really raining, but there's some droplets dropping on me. Okay, now bring one foot like to the thigh of the other leg, like this. And then same thing here, with the straight back, we're trying to touch the toe or the knee. You'll probably be able to touch your toe now because it's an easier position. It's easier to go lower down. But if you're not able to do it, that's fine. You get there. And if your shoulders are getting tired, you can also like have your hands here and just like go forward with a straight back. You don't have to have your hands out there. It's just like so that you know your range. Because if you have your hands like kind of straight, your arms kind of straight, and you do like this all the time, then you will notice that you're getting better. If you have your hands here, at first you won't notice if you're lower down, probably. But yeah, no need to train your shoulders right now. Put your hands down if you want to. And when we're doing this, I'm telling you to do it with a straight back. And if it's hard for you to do it with a straight back, don't think about like coming down onto your leg. Think about bringing your chest towards your foot or towards your knee. So then you're like having automatically a straight back because you're pushing your shoulders back and your chest to the front, and then yeah, you have a straight back. Okay, now stay down here at your lowest, more or less lowest with the straight back, like don't front. And be sure you should feel it here in the back of your leg. And come back up. And let's change sides. We start with this like rocking movement back and forth. And again, you can have your hands down and just do it like this. if you start to feel this too much in your shoulders, or have your hands on your leg, but never stop thinking about bringing rather your chest to your knee than like your whole upper body. Maintain that straight back. Now stay down here at your lowest point with a straight back. And feel the stretch in the back of your leg. Good job. Okay, now next thing we're going to do, we're coming onto our backs, and yeah, we leave one leg like this, and then we're going to lift the other one off the floor, and we're grabbing it with our hands. If you can't grab it, or it's too hard or uncomfortable to grab it, you can just like use a towel and put it around your foot and hold your foot here with a towel or something. But actually, if you have your leg up and if it's not like straight like this, you should be able to grab it. But if you're not, just grab a towel and then bring your leg closer to your chest and away. And you don't really have to hold on to it a lot. You can just like do the work like this. But yeah, rather have your hands here, like to pull a bit, just a tiny little bit when you're getting closer to your chest. Pull, pull. Now hold on to it, maybe higher up if you can, or grab the towel and just hold it here. And now I want you to point your foot, and your leg might be shaking a bit, and that's totally fine. And again, we're stretching the back of our leg. Okay, let's go. And bring the other leg up, and same thing here. If you need a towel, you can use a towel or a band to pull it towards you. You're actually making this movement, and you're making it with your leg or with your hips, but then you're supporting it with your arm, with your hands, pulling tighter in when you're close to your chest. Now hold on to it, pull it towards you, your foot pointed now, and feel the stretch in the back of your leg. Feel it more intense now, intensely, feel it more intensely, right? And yeah, if your leg starts shaking, that's totally normal, mine is. Okay, come back up onto your knees, then get up like this, And then I want you to lean back, but just like a tiny little bit, just a tiny little bit. Lean back. Come back down, open your legs a bit farther if you can. Bring your hands back. And now push up and down. Push up and down. And up and down. And once more. And now if you can, maybe you can come onto your elbow, but that's actually kind of advanced, so you no need to come onto your elbows. If you're really unflexible, stay up here and just try to feel a stretch in your quads. But maybe you want to give it a try and come back onto your elbows, and maybe one day you'll be all the way down. Maybe even today, maybe you're super flexible already, or maybe this is like your flexibility. Like some people are more flexible in one area and one part of the body than in another. Like my back, for example, is really not flexible at all, but my legs are. And stay in whatever pose you are for a little moment. And then come back up. Interlace your fingers, pull them to the front, so create space in between your shoulder blades. You can like kind of move your arms from side to side to intensify that. And now interlace your fingers behind your back and open up your chest. We're almost done, by the way. Okay, now come into tabletop position again. We're going to do some cat-cow stretches. So when we're doing a cow, it's like arching our back, looking up, inhaling, and then the cat exhaling, making a round back. And again the cow, and the cat. And just do it at your pace, inhaling and exhaling. And now come into child's pose to let go of any tension we've created in the lower back. And stay here for a little moment. Okay, now let's come up and yeah, we're done. This was my flexibility for the inflexible workout. I hope you did like it. If you want me to make more videos like this video, let me know in the comment section if you want something else. And yeah, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Did I say that already? I don't know. If I didn't, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And yeah, I hope I'll be seeing you soon. Have a great week and bye.